And hello, everyone. Welcome to our Tech Talk. My name is Daniel. I'm greeting you today from our beautiful office here in downtown Montreal. And today it's going to be all about something called prop trading. And the title of this webinar, appropriately named, is Your Path to Prop Trading. What that means and what we're going to be announcing today and all these interesting facts we're going to discover step by step. But before we're going to do this, I'm going to ask you guys, where are you calling in from? Who do we have in the room today? Please put your location into the Q&A box. So who are we? Yeah, who do we have in the room today? Let's see. All right, so we have KM from CT, I believe that's Connecticut. Hey there, how's it going? Who else do we have? So as I mentioned before, I myself am calling in from Montreal up here in Canada. It's a beautiful day outside, uh, blue skies. One of the hopefully, uh, yeah, many more summer days to come this summer. All right, guys, who else do we have? We have Peter from Melbourne, Australia. Hey, Peter, awesome. Oh, wow, that's far away. Awesome. And Ronald also from Brisbane, Australia. Amazing, guys. Thanks for dialing in. We have Emmanuel from London, from the United Kingdom. Hey there. Greetings to London. Bill is saying hello from West Palm Beach in Florida. Hey, Bill. How's it going? Well, perfect. Well, we're going to be across the board today. So we have US, Connecticut, Florida. We have Melbourne and Brisbane, 2 times Australia. We have London. I know Christopher's hailing from Germany. I believe, or perhaps Switzerland, I'm not sure. And perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing your location. Now let's get into today's session. All right. So first off, this session is being recorded, and the recording will be put and hosted onto our YouTube page shortly afterwards. So should you need to drop off, no big deal. You can rewatch this recording on our YouTube page, but I encourage you to stick around because our winners of a big draw that we have, where you can win a free prop trading challenge, actually 3 prop trading challenges, will be announced, and you will be notified at the end of this webinar. So if you want to stick around to see if you are one of the winners, please stay online. All right. So also, first of all, I need to, as I always do, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy days and joining us today. We all have busy lives. I know you have busy lives. So, taking time out of your day to listen to me speak, to listen to Jason speak, who's going to come up a bit later today. This really means a lot to us. So thank you guys so much for this. And thanks for being part of our trading journey. And real quick, in case you don't know us yet, we are tradingindicators.com. As mentioned before, my name is Daniel. I'm the guy here on the left-hand side, and together with Homer, here in the middle, we have created trading indicators about, how long has it been? 11 years ago now. Time really flies when you have fun, as they say. And about 7 years ago, Nicholas here on the right-hand side has joined us as well. And as our name suggests, we specialize on creating innovative trading indicators. This is really our bread and butter. We have developed indicators for all major platforms, for TradingView, NinjaTrader, TradeStation, Thinkorswim, and so forth. And we have clients all over the world. And over the years, we've counted them up. We have built more than 1,000 trading indicators. So we really know, we've seen it all. And yes, and the flagship indicators, the ones that we are using for our own purposes, for our own trading, these can be found on our homepage, tradingindicators.com. Okay, so, but enough about us. Let's get started with today's topic, which will be about one specific form of trading called prop trading. And even though we're talking about prop trading, I do need to read out the disclaimer to you. So, if you trade futures, FX, stocks, and other asset classes, please keep in mind that trading does contain risk and therefore is not suited for every investor. If you trade, make sure to only use risk capital, which is money that you actually can afford to lose. Also, please keep in mind that if you are trading, you potentially may lose all or more than your initial investment. Please keep this sentence in mind. It will become more important a bit later in this presentation. When it comes to backtest performance or hypothetical performance, or really anything based on historical price data, keep in mind that this is not necessarily indicative of future performance, and any trade ideas and strategies and setups discussed in this webinar should not be construed as trade advice. These are for educational purposes only. So with this out of the way, let's see what we have in store for you today. Well, we're going to open up with introducing a specific type of trading called prop trading. We're going to ease into the subject, and at the end of topic number 1, you should be able to answer the question, is prop trading something that I should consider? We're going to get to this. Then we're going to move on. We're going to introduce our brand new partner, and we're super excited to have them on board, called TradeFundrr, one of the up-and-coming prop trading firms, which, I promise you this already, will stand out to what you may already know from prop trading, from other prop trading firms. So what is different at TradeFundrr and why we have partnered up with them, you're going to find out at topic number 2. Then we're going to give you the chance to win a prop trading challenge. We're going to have a draw for 3 prop trading challenges. In fact, each of those challenges will be worth $530 and you have the chance to win these prop trading challenges. There's going to be a draw. You can register for this draw, and at the end of this webinar, you will be notified if you are one of the winners. So please stay tuned for this as well. And then we're going to move on. You can see it's fully loaded today, and introduce our brand new indicator called Prop IQ, an indicator designed to help you and assist you with prop trading challenges. How this works and how you can get hold of this indicator, in fact, using our best promotion that we ever had here at Trading Indicators, and we've been in the business for more than 11 years, you're going to find out there. So that's super exciting. There will be time for Q&A, of course, and all your questions will be answered. And yeah, let's have fun. All right, with this, let's get started. First off, a couple of questions, and let's see if you can find yourself in any of these questions. Okay, question number 1. I am interested in trading and want to get my feet wet. Are you seeing yourself in this perhaps? Perhaps you're completely new to trading. I am interested in trading and want to get started. Statement number 2. I am a trader, but don't have much risk capital. Remember, I read you the disclaimer. Trading should only be done with risk capital. But what if you don't have much risk capital? Perhaps you're in this category. Or perhaps I am a trader with risk capital, but prefer not to use it for day trading. You know that there are different types of trading out there. There's day trading, swing trading, longer term investment. And perhaps you don't want to use your risk capital for day trading, and perhaps you have heard, hey, day trading is a bit more risky than other types of trading. Or I am a trader with an edge, but struggle to manage my emotions. So if you see yourself or can find yourself answering yes to any of these statements, then you might be considering what's called prop trading. And some of you may say now, Prop what? What is prop trading? Well, let me give you an example. All right, here it comes. So I'm going to start off first, and don't worry, this is not going to be a long lecture. I'm going to start first with what regular trading is all about. So also called retail trading. So that's probably the type of trading you already know. So in regular trading, let's say there's a trader, John, he's like a regular Joe, a regular trader, and he wants to start taking trading into his own hands. So what he needs to do is, first off, he will need to open up a trading account with a brokerage, with a broker or a bank. There's a lot of paperwork involved. He will need to open up a trading account and qualify for it. Secondly, once he's opened up, he will be the owner of this trading account and ultimately be responsible for this trading account as well. So once you're the owner, you can then fund the account. You actually have to deposit and send money into this account. So there's something in there, there's some funds available. And once this is all done, all these steps are done, you can start trading. And if you're successful, you might be able to withdraw funds from your trading account if it went up. But of course, if not, then you may also lose funds yourself. So you're completely responsible for everything that's happening in your trading account. And keep in mind, remember, I read this disclaimer at the beginning, an investor or trader may potentially lose all or more than the initial investment. So there's substantially a lot of risk involved in what we call retail trading. So, of course, this is advantageous. You have full control over what you're doing. There's also more risk involved, and therefore, it might not be suited for every trader. We just went through these statements where you could find yourself. So, this is where prop trading comes in. And I'm going to start off with a slide explaining how prop trading used to be back in the day. Not the prop trading that you see right now, but maybe in the 80s or 90s, this is what prop trading used to be. So in the original form, there's not just Trader Joe who wants to trade, but there's also somebody else called a prop trading firm. And the prop trading firm actually takes over many of the tasks that Joe used to do for retail trading. So the prop trading firm will open up a trading account, will go through all the paperwork, will then ultimately own this account, fund the account, and if there are profits, withdraw funds from the account. So the prop trading firm takes care of all of this. However, what John will do, the prop trader in this case, he will execute the trades. He will find the trades and execute them using the account which belongs to the prop trading firm. And of course, Trader Joe will do this, but of course he would need to qualify. And ultimately, what typically happens is that the prop trading firm will hire Joe or contract him to trade this trading account. Now, he has to prove himself for this, like a job, like any job application. You have to prove yourself before somebody will hire you. It's the same for prop trading in the original firm. The prop trading firm will hire Trader Joe once he's proved himself or herself. But of course, once this is all done, that's a lengthy process perhaps, and Joe starts trading and there will be profit, Joe or Trader John will receive some shares of the trading profits. This used to be the original form of prop trading, and it still exists. Yeah. However, having this said, the prop trading that you typically see right now is slightly different. Let me show you how the prop trading that you probably have heard about by now looks like right now. We call this the new age prop trading. So in the new age prop trading, the prop trading firm, there's still three parties, prop trading firm and Trader Joe, and we have a trading account, but the prop trading firm will open and monitor a demo trading account. It's not really a real money account. It's not a live account. It's a demo account, a paper trading account. All new age prop trading takes place on a demo account. There are no live funds involved. So how does this whole thing work? Let's break it down also in this case. So Trader John will trade the demo account. Okay, it's just a paper trading account. There's no actual funds being moved. There are actual trades being executed. It's a simulated account. But before John can do this, he also needs to qualify to do so and pay a fee. Every prop trader, new age prop trader, will need to pay a fee to be able to trade this demo account. In fact, this is how the prop trading firms will make their money. It's from these fees. Okay. So how is Trader John then getting paid? Well, once he qualifies, and this is not an easy task to do, and once the fee is paid, John will receive payouts based on the hypothetical profits of this demo account. And there's no live trading involved here. This is what you typically see in today's prop trading world. It's not the original form. It's this new age prop trading where trading will take place on a demo account. Now, in a nutshell, let's just summarize real quick. In prop trading, typically you will need to qualify for it. You need to prove yourself, pass a challenge, and pay a fee. The good news is the fee is your maximum risk that you are having on the table. That's the most you can lose. It can't get worse than this. It's very well defined. This is what you can lose. And for most traders, this gives you an extremely comfortable safety net because this is all you can use. The downside is passing these challenges and being able to come to the earning stage and get to the earning stage of a prop trading challenge is difficult. It's not easy to do. And of course, once you're in that earning stage, staying in this earning stage is also difficult. But if you master all this, and if you're making profits, hypothetical profits, and the new age prop trading, then you'll get to keep a percentage of these profits, and they'll be transferred back to your own personal account. This is how prop trading works in a nutshell. So in summary, you will have minimal risk and you have full protection from black swan events. These events where in retail trading, you may even lose more than your initial investment. These risks are all completely eliminated when it comes to prop trading. Now, what I'm going to show you today, and this is where our new partner TradeFundrr comes in. What I'm going to show you today is a way where you can partake in either the new form of prop trading, the new age prop trading, where a demo account is traded, or even if you continue proving yourself, you can become a prop trader in the original sense, in which you might become a contractor or an employee of this prop trading firm and become a professional trader. Both paths are possible with TradeFundrr, and this is the reason why we decided to partner up with TradeFundrr, our new prime partner, allowing you to pursue both paths in prop trading. This is something that no other prop trading firm, at least to my knowledge, can offer you, and reason enough for us to partner up with TradeFundrr. Now, enough from my side. Now it is time to introduce our brand new partner, TradeFundrr, and we have Jason in the room. Jason, are you there, my friend?
I am here. Thank you.
How are you? Where are you hailing from, Jason?
I am in Dallas, Texas. It is a long way from Brisbane, Australia, for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. No, I'm in a hoodie today because I'm sitting, it's 105 degrees out just outside my window today, and I am sitting right under the air conditioner. So if I was 10 feet that direction, I would be extremely uncomfortable, but I'm in my hoodie today here in Texas.
perfect. Yeah,
And it's
awesome. Well, Jason, thanks for sharing your location, and maybe introduce yourself, what you do with TradeFundrr, how are you involved, and then let's please explain what TradeFundrr is all about. Yeah,
Sure. I have do you want me to share my screen here? I can share.
please do it. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, share. Okay. Can you see my screen okay?
Let me see. Let me just stop sharing mine, and it's coming up. Yeah, perfect. Let's
Okay,
do it. Go
excellent.
ahead.
All right. So just a couple of things before we get started here, and I'll go through a formal introduction of myself in just a moment. But one of the things that you had mentioned a moment ago, there was an additional route that people could take in that traditional prop firm, and that is where you would supply cash to the prop firm. And that would kind of shortcut the qualifying process. If you had a bunch of cash that you wanted to put into an account, then they would give you additional buying power on top of that, which is also another avenue. Now, the challenge with that, which you characterized this beautifully when you said that there is a predefined risk when you go through a place like TradeFundrr. When you would supply your own cash to a traditional prop firm, all of your cash would be at risk, and then you would get into the firm's capital. But all of the cash that you would have up front would be at risk. So anyway, I just wanted to add one element to that explanation that you did very well. So again, my name is Jason Love. I'll talk to you a little bit about who I am here in just a moment. Today's title of the presentation: Your Indicators and Someone Else's Capital: How Funded Trading Actually Works and Who It Doesn't Work For. All right, so let's keep going here. All right, so again, we went through the disclaimers. Dennis did a great job of going through those disclaimers, or Daniel rather, sorry, did a great job going through the disclaimers, and we don't have to do that again. This is me. These two pictures are quite a long way apart, right? So when I graduated high school, I went into the Navy, and I was in Operation Desert Storm. Don't tell anybody, but that was in 1991, 1990, 1991. So that was a long time ago that I was in Operation Desert Storm, and it turns out that we are still in the Middle East here yet again today. After I got out of the Navy, I did a number of different things, but I ran into a floor trader, someone who was traded on the floor of the S&P pits, and gave me my education. He taught me a lot about trading and risk and the way that the markets work and those kind of things. And after I had done that for a few years, I started my own day trading education service. And I did that for 11 years, maybe 12 years. And then in 2021, I was approached by the parent company, which is T3 Trading, and they purchased my education business, right? And so I have been now for will be 6 years in February of next year with the T3 Trading Group. And one of the things that I'm doing with them now is I am the director of operations and run the prop firm, the SIMTA funding prop firm called TradeFundrr. All right, so this is going to be an honest walkthrough of how the prop funding works And what this isn't is not a strategy or a signal service. This is going to be just a discussion about what the prop firm is and how it works. And again, we're going to talk a little bit about the rules, why they exist, and what they're designed to do. We're going to show you how we pay out. We're going to show you a live example of what a actual payout was. And then we're going to talk to you at the end of this about where this path ends and what is really what we believe is our unique proposition to the market is that we have an avenue, a professional avenue for traders to go to if they can prove that they can be consistent. So a great system on a small account is a hobby. Well, what do you mean by that, Jason? Well, I mean that your $5,000 account, if you have a 10% growth on that $5,000 account, you've made $500. That same 10% growth on a $100,000 account is a $10,000 gain. Very big difference, same approach, same setup, same strategy, etc. You just have more size that you can deal with. And that's what the role of TradeFundrr allows you to do is to trade bigger size. There are three ways traders try to break this ceiling. And by the way, I've done some of these things myself. When I first started out, I had a small account. What you do when you have, and again, Daniel went through these, kind of went through these questions in the beginning, and some of those questions registered with me back when I first started. I could remember back to those days, and those questions resonated with me. And one of the things that traders do is they over leverage a small account, right? And so they say, well, I'm going to get into this trade. I'm going to get in heavier than I should so that I can get more gain on this particular trade. Well, we all know that one bad sequence wipes out months of hard work. I can think particularly of myself where I would come in Monday and do good, Tuesday do good, Wednesday do good, Thursday do good, head into the weekend feeling like I'm going to have a great week and I'm going to top it off with a really fine trade. And then I would get into that first trade and it would become a loser. And then I would start to chase. And next thing you know, I would wipe out that entire week. And that was a real problem. And it was something that personally I had to overcome. One of the reasons for that is because I felt like I had to leverage my small account to get to these bigger gains. Or the other thing you could do is you could save up to fund a bigger account, right? Well, that takes a lot of time and it's still your money at risk. And one of the points that Daniel made that was really good is that you, if you are in a trading account, you put money into that trading account, that entire account is at risk, right? When you're with a firm like TradeFundrr, you have a very clearly defined, predefined risk, and that's the fee that you pay to do this thing with us, right? Or you could take this outside route, which is going outside and raising capital, family and friends, or other places like that. And if you've ever done anything like that, you know that that is a minefield full of pitfalls that you don't want to get into. All right, so the constraint isn't your edge, it's your account size. So let me say that again. The constraint isn't the fact that you don't have an edge, it's the fact that your account size is small. So again, Daniel just drew a line in the sand, and here's where we sit on it. The new age prop firm, you pay a fee, you trade a demo, and the prize for winning is a bigger demo account, right? For us, we have a very different path. We have a professional trading desk. Our home office is in the financial district in Manhattan. We are My compliance department doesn't like me to say that we are the largest in North America. We are one of the largest in North America. We're really the largest in North America. Trading firm, trading desk in North America. So not only do we have this opportunity for you to come in on the ground floor, prove that you can be consistent, earn real dollar payouts, and then graduate to a live trading account where the buying power can be up to $1 million in actual live trading that are trading funds that you can use to further your trading career. So literally you could come in at the beginning and you can leave with us as a professional trader on a professional trading desk. Simulated accounts and real payouts. Again, you trade in a simulated funded account. None of the money you risk is your own, other than the fee that you paid to get into the program. TradeFundrr carries the live market risk on our side. Again, that is why the accounts stay simulated by design. So look, think of this as a recruiting process, right? Think of this as, for those of you that have gone into a job interview and you went into that job interview and you met with the recruiter and they said, "Hey, we really like you, Jason. We want you to come back next week and you're going to meet with your new manager and some of the people in the organization." So you come back in that next week and that's your second interview or your third interview and you meet the team and they ask you questions and you kind of go through this whole process. Well, that's a similar process that we're going to do here. We're going to bring you in. We're going to interview you by looking at how you trade. We're going to see if you can do that trading consistently. And if you prove that you can do it consistently, then we're going to pay you while you interview for the real job, right? And so it is a very cool kind of approach to where you can, and we do this, by the way, because we know that if we can find two, three, four, five, a handful of professional traders that we could take to the live trading desk, we know that the investment that we make on the front end will be more than pay for itself on the back end. And again, the third bullet point here is clear the payout requirement and Rise pays you real dollars up to an 80% profit share. By the way, we do everything through our payment processor, which is Rise. So I don't know if you've ever dealt with that before, but they handle all of the technical aspects like your bank account information, a place for you to go. They'll wire it directly to you. They'll send it money to you in crypto. They handle the tax forms and all the different aspects of paying you out. So again, what we do is we put you in that simulated environment. We watch you be consistent. Then you earn your payout. We pay you through Rise and you collect your money. And then at the end of this rainbow, if you will, is an opportunity to go into the live trading desk. All right, what you trade and on what, right? So you could trade futures, stocks, options, or crypto. If you trade futures, you could use NinjaTrader, Trade TradingView, right? If you trade stocks, we have a platform internally that we call Deep Charts. If you trade options, you could trade on DXTrade. By the way, DXTrade was built by the architects behind Thinkorswim and Tastyworks. And if you want to trade crypto, we will do that on Deep Charts as well. All right, so there are two ways in. Same rule book, different starting line. We have a growth plus, which is you prove it first in a one-step evaluation, and then you go into a funded round. This is typically a more affordable way to start the program. Or if you want to skip straight to the evaluation side where you can earn money almost immediately, then we have what we call the Express account. And of course, it's a bit more expensive to do it that way. Both of these are simulated environments. However, the payouts are real and the rule book is the same on both. The only difference is whether you move it first or you pay to skip that step, right? So again, there is no clock on your evaluation. You pass it in 3 weeks or 7 months, whatever it takes you. There is no rush. In fact, we prefer that you don't put yourself under the pressure of doing it as quickly as possible. We would all like to do that as quickly as possible, of course, but we don't want you to put that kind of undue pressure on yourself because we have found that that undue pressure just typically doesn't lead to good results. All right, so you are buying two things. You're buying access to size and a risk framework that you didn't have to build. So again, I told you a little bit about when I first got started. I met a floor trader. I had no idea what risk and understanding the profile and what what best practices were with risk, understanding emotion, all of those kinds of things, right? And so what these firms are designed to do, and specifically TradeFundrr, because we do have a professional trading desk and because we do understand risk, and those kinds of ideas. We have very specific framework that we have built and put into place. We'll talk about that here in just a second to make sure that the risk is in a controlled environment so that we can find those traders who can be consistent over the long term. So if your system isn't profitable, I think it's important for you to hear this. If your system isn't profitable in sim, funding won't fix it, right? And so I do hear and have talked to many traders over the years that I've been doing this. Well, I just need to have real money on the line, Jason, because that will sharpen my focus, right? I look at the simulated environment as the perfect place to get started, to understand how you're going to perform when you're in the real markets, right? And treating the simulator as if it's a game or a joke is not, in my estimation, not the best way to go about it. Now, what I will say is this. What is good about the simulated environment and being able to earn real cash in the simulated environment is because you have one foot in the simulator where there's a little bit less pressure, and you have one foot in the live environment where you can earn real dollars. I say live environment where you can earn real dollars in this simulated environment. And so there is a little bit of pressure to perform because we all want to earn the revenue or the money from trading. But you also have your one foot in the simulated environment, so you're not putting your life savings at risk, right? You're not putting your war chest at risk. So there's a good balancing act there that I believe really helps us be able to measure your ability to handle risk and pressure when there's real dollars that you could pull out on the line, but there isn't that real risk of you losing your life savings in a, as Daniel described it, the black swan event. All right. You are not paid by us. Rise is. What I mean by that, and we talked a little bit about this earlier, is that we send our money, we send your money to Rise. You are with Rise and they send that money to you, right? So it's a very process structured payout, right? So you trade with us, we fund your account at Rise, and then Rise releases those funds to you, right? And so it's a very good process for you. It's a very good process for us. We hold your money in escrow, and Rise takes care of the rest. They want to make sure that you are who you say you are, the KYC requirements and those kind of things, right? So what really is important here is you get to keep up to 80% of your profits, right? So as an entrepreneur, someone who started his own business, if someone approached me and said, "Hey, Jason, we're going to put up all of the risk and we're going to give you 80% of the profits." How does that sound to you? Right? I would take that all day long, right? So you're going to take all the risk and I'm going to get 80% of the profits. I would take that proposition every day of the week, right? We pay out every week on Fridays. You can request as late as Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning, and you'll be paid that following Friday, right? So we pay again through Rise, and then we do have a lifetime cap of what we will pay in the simulator. And if you hit that lifetime cap, then we are going to graduate you to the live environment, right? So you have proven yourself that you could trade consistently, and you can pull money out of the account. Then we're going to send you to what we call the big leagues, right? We're going to make you a professional trader. We're going to make you an offer to become a professional trader. Again, that's what I would think that almost everyone in here would want to do, right? You're trading because you want to go out and you want to make this a full-time career. You want to work from home and have the freedom and the lifestyle that trading provides. Again, most traders fail not because of their signal quality, but because of their risk sizing and their over trading, right? Which is why the rules that we have in place exist. I was, I have what I used to call the Tasmanian devil, right? He lives inside of me in a cage. And I don't know if you're familiar, for those of you, maybe in other parts of the world, you have these little Tasmanian devils, but there was a cartoon, a Warner Brothers cartoon commercial or cartoon, and it was this character that would spin and he would tear things up, right? If I triggered this Tasmanian devil inside of me, right, then he would go through and tear up my account, right? Because all it would take was a losing trade and I felt like I had to get it back. and then I would go in again, and I would go in again, and I would go in again. And I had to overcome that in order to become a successful trader, right? Well, that's what the rules are designed to do. They're designed to help you manage and control your risk. Again, daily loss limits. It caps one bad day, so a tilt session can't end the account, right? And I'm not going to ask you to do this, but I will raise my hand and say that I have done this before, right? I have blown out an account because I let the Tasmanian devil get a hold of me and I didn't have a daily loss limit in place. Daily loss limits are important because they help you manage and come back tomorrow. The markets will be here tomorrow. The question is, will you be here tomorrow? That's the question. Trailing drawdown. Again, it caps our downside, which is what lets the payouts be real. It locks in after the starting balance and after your first payout. Consistency rule, again, stops one lucky day from funding a payout, so the account reflects a repeatable process. What we don't want to do is we are looking for traders. We are not looking for payout specialists. And what do I mean by that, right? So we don't want one big day where you make a big profit on a single day and then you come in tomorrow and you go in, out, in, out, in, out, so that you become payout eligible and you can request a payout. We want to see that you can be consistent over a period of days, right? And so if you can prove that you can be consistent over a period of days, then we absolutely want to reward you with the payout. Everything else is housekeeping, minimum hold time, news rules, all of those things. We just are interested in finding consistent traders. Again, there are a lot of prop firms out there that do these kinds of things. Again, where we feel like we're different is we are looking for professional traders who we can bring into our environment and trade our capital, which again could be up to as much as $1 million. All right, what we do not do. Again, right now we don't have overnight swing trading on stock positions. Again, this is more of a clearing constraint, not a policy preference. Again, if your a system holds positions overnight, this doesn't fit today. However, we are working diligently with the data providers and with the platform providers to be able to provide this opportunity. Again, your indicators don't change, your setup doesn't change, your process doesn't change, only the size and whose money at risk is the change. Again, the simulated account isn't the destination. That's the simulated account, and receiving a payout in that simulated account is not the final destination. We want you to become a professional trader and become part of our trading desk. So the whole path: evaluation, funded, first payout, scale the size. As your account size continues to grow, you continue to trade more contracts, and then we bring you on into the live trading desk. So one thing that's important, who this does not work for, again, if your system isn't profitable in sim yet, funding just finds that out faster. You can't hold it. If you can't hold onto a If you can't hold to a daily loss limit or a consistency rule, we're not going to be the right place for you. If you want a shortcut to skip building an edge, again, not the right place for you. And if you need this money now, tomorrow, then again, this is not something that is going to work for you. So again, 3 questions people ask: is this just another sim that never pays? Again, the parent company, real trading desk, and that's where the path ultimately leads to, right? So again, one of the things that we feel like is a differentiator from us is that because our parent company has a broker dealer and a real live trading desk that is regulated, we also have a trading desk that is not a broker dealer, that is less regulated. But because we have these 2 paths of trading, we have to we have a compliance team and a compliance department, and we have to follow certain rules and regulations, which again provides stability for you, the trader, and ultimately protection for us as well as for you. Again, what happens if I fail the evaluation? Well, again, that's what the rules are here for. Failing costs a fee, but not your entire account, right? Meaning that if you hit a $5,000 drawdown on your account, that's not $5,000 that you've lost of your own real capital. That's just the fee that you paid to come into the program. And again, why trust a firm I've heard of 40 minutes ago. Again, you can go to our website, you can look us up. We are part of the T3 Trading Group of companies. And again, we have a long history in the in the prop trading firm space. And again, we've been around here now for just a little bit over 4 years. So again, we have lots of backing in terms of our reputation, and we have a regulated entity that again provides protection not only for us but for you as well. So, Daniel, with that being said, that's what I got.
Great, Jason. Awesome. Well, what a great introduction to TradeFundrr. Well spoken. Thanks so much for this. We're going to bring you on in just a bit because now we're going to change it up a little bit once again because now we can win something, or you guys out there can win a free challenge. Actually, 3 free challenges graciously sponsored by TradeFundrr. And it's super easy. And please don't wait too long. I encourage everyone in the room right now to do this right now because we do have a cap on how many participants we can have for winning this free challenge. We're going to have 3 of these challenges to give out. And all you need to do is to go to tradingindicators.com/win. Once you do this, this will open up a form. You have to put in your name and your email address and some basic information. And then you submit. You don't have to pay anything. There's no credit card requirement or any of this. Just submit it. And once you do this, you will be in the draw to win possibly three $530 challenges offered by TradeFundrr. And what this challenge will be, it's going to be for the Growth Plus account in the future space. You will trade a $100,000 demo account to try to pass the evaluation. And there's some rules attached to it. But the beautiful thing is you can get this fully for free. So we're going to announce, or you will be notified, I should say, at the end of this webinar if you are one of the winners. So we allow 50 clients to come into this draw. So don't wait too long. Tradingindicators.com/win is the link for this. And Homer or Nicholas, I believe somebody has put this one into the chat. Perfect. You can see this link also in our chat window in Zoom. Go to this link, fill out the form, submit it, and you will be in the draw for this. Okay, so please do this. You have time until we fill up, until all the 50 spots are filled up. And then we're going to announce the winner, which will be by the end of this webinar. So please stay tuned and stay around until the end. You don't have to necessarily. You will still be eligible, even if you have to drop off early. I know some of you are in very remote locations, well, remote from where we are right now in different time zones. So there's no need to stay till the end, but I encourage you to do so because even if you're not one of those winners, we have a special offer for you very soon, in perhaps 10 to 15 minutes, which in fact turns out our best promotion yet. Okay, so this is what's going to be happening. I'm going to talk about a brand new indicator called Prop IQ. We're going to get to this. And best of all, I will share with you today how you can get this indicator. It's brand new. We just released it and just built it. How you can get this brand new indicator complimentary if certain conditions are fulfilled. Our best promotion yet. Please stay tuned for this. And of course, there will be time for Q&A in just a bit. And Jason will also stay on. So if you have any questions for Jason, you will be able to ask him all these questions. All right. So Prop IQ. But before we talk about this indicator, let me ask you guys a question. What do you guys think? What does it take to be a successful prop trader? And I believe, you don't have to type in the answer into the chat, but I believe a successful prop trader, in fact, this actually holds true for all types of trading, but we're talking about prop trading today. A successful prop trader needs to be able to answer one fundamental question. And this question is to trade or not to trade. Should I get into the markets right now, or should I perhaps stay on the sidelines? This is a fundamental question every successful trader needs to be able to answer. But unfortunately, this is not an easy question to answer. In fact, it's a loaded question with a lot of nuance involved. So let's try to break it down. What could this question entail? Let's try to divide and conquer. Look at the different aspects of successfully finding an answer to this question. So to trade or not to trade, what could some of these questions be? Well, one of the questions, when should I enter? There are good moments to enter into the market, and there are not so good ones. So when should I jump into the market? Maybe now? Maybe perhaps I should wait a bit for price to come down or go up a bit? That's a big question. Once I know or have an idea of when I should enter, I should ask myself the question, is the trade I am considering, or does this trade have an edge or not? Do I have, at least as a trader, do I believe that the probability of being right is above 50%? Let's say your stop loss and your target are equally far away. Do I have an edge over the market? And even if you have an edge over time and you've seen that, hey, this type of trade works out over time more often than it does not, should I be trading in this current market environment? Perhaps market conditions right now are simply not the ones where this kind of trade would work. That's another big question you should answer yourself or ask yourself. And secondly, am I in the position to even be able to make this trade, given my risk constraint? And even if I should be or could be able to take this trade, what should be my position size? Where should my stop loss be? Where should be my target? All these are absolutely fundamental questions, which together will lead you to the answer of to trade or not to trade. So we trade every single day here at Trading Indicators, both in live environments with our own money, but also for prop trading challenges. We have asked ourselves this question over and over again, time and time again. We've broken down this question exactly like this. And this was the reason we have decided to create a brand new indicator which will give you answers, or at least clues, what the answers to these questions could be. So brand new, hot off the press, as one may say, we have developed and just introduced an indicator. It was months in the making, called Prop IQ. An indicator designed to support you in your prop trading endeavors. It will help you pass prop trading challenges, and once you're in the earning stage, it will help you stay in that earning stage. It is our most sophisticated indicator yet, and it is based on true AI and true machine learning. Not just simply something based on historical data. No, something where rules will constantly be adjusted and adapted based on what the AI learning is telling us. We'll have a slide on this in just a second as well. The indicator will also, in addition to giving you trade signals, entry and exit, it will also give you an idea of what is the current market DNA. Are we currently strongly trending upwards or perhaps downwards? Are we sideways? Are we range bound? Are we overbought? Are we oversold? Where is support? Where is resistance? The indicator will give you all this information. And on top of this, once a signal comes up, the indicator will also tell you, okay, if you enter here, put your stop loss at this level. Your target would be at a different level. And what should be your position size if you were to enter this trade so that you stay within your risk parameters? And remember, managing risk is one of the key requirements that every prop trading firm is looking for, and definitely TradeFundrr is looking for. Now, sounds theoretical. Let's check it out in real life. So I'm going to switch over to TradingView. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions, please don't be shy. Put your questions into the Q&A box. Okay, so I'm going to switch over here. And we're starting off with a chart of MNQ on the 15 minutes time frame. Of course, MNQ are the micro E-mini NASDAQ futures. Okay, and we went ahead and also applied our indicator, Prop IQ, to this chart. And that's the only indicator, by the way, which is on the chart right now. So all the visuals, all the signals, all the writing comes from this one single indicator. So what do we see here? Let's start with the obvious parts. So we can see these green triangles here. These are long entry signals, signals to potentially place a buy trade in the market. Long entry signals. We have one here, we have one here, we have one here. And if you scroll back, we also have some short entry signals along the way. Long and short entry signals. The indicator will give you both directions. There are many parameters that come with it. You can even tell the indicator, hey, I only want to trade long or I only want to trade short. These are some of the customizations that you can do as well. So we have our entries. We also have, and you can see it maybe a little bit hidden here, we also have our exits. Look at these red lines here. This red line here, that's the stop loss line. Look at this bluish line up here. That's the take profit line. So stop loss, take profit. You can even configure the indicator to scale out as it goes into profit by having multiple profit targets. When each one is reached, you can take off some of your position size. That's possible as well. Okay. Moving on. Do you see these thicker lines on the chart? Like these little wavy ones, like this one here and this one down here. These are technical price levels which have significance. In other words, these are support and resistance levels. And look what happened here. Just recently, price came up. We had this long signal here. We booked our profit. Where? Right at this resistance level here. We made it to our profit target, and look what happened afterwards. Price bounced off this resistance level towards lower price levels afterwards. So you get a glance of where support and resistance is. You also get a feel of what are the current market conditions. Look at this one here, the spiral, because the market DNA kind of looks like a double helix almost. It's mostly green, and this color theme, green means bullish. Currently in MNQ on this 50-minute time frame, we are very bullish. The overarching trend is absolutely bullish. With a score of 89, it's a bit hard to see, but you can increase the font size. Strong uptrend, steady. It's also written out here. And now the kicker. You get an indication as to how well our AI-generated signals are actually working. Long edge and short edge. We differentiate between long trades and short trades. Why? Because in some environments, market environments, perhaps the long signals are working out better. Perhaps in other market environments, these short signals will be working out better. So in this case, for example, if this long signal came along here just recently, you could then go up to your box here, and you can see the long edge over time is what we call solid, 3 out of 5. It's not the best, but it gives you a bit of an edge. For short signals, on the other hand, it's only 2 out of 5. Oftentimes an indication, right now perhaps I may want to skip my short trades. So if we were to qualify now this long entry signal, which of course came in this morning, and of course hindsight is 2020, but this could have been the process. Let me just walk you through the steps. Step number 1, you would have gotten an alert on the right-hand side here in TradingView. Look at all the alerts that came in. They come in very frequently, depending on what time frame you're on. You will get an alert. On MNQ, we have a long entry signal. You get this alert in TradingView. If you configure it on your cell phone app, you will also get this alert on your cell phone. Once the alert comes in, guess what you do? You will then open up your chart. Then you will answer for yourself, hey, should I follow the signal or perhaps stay on the sidelines? And we'll go through all the sub-questions that I showed you before. First off, when should I trade? Well, this question was answered. I have gotten a long entry signal. That's my cue. Perhaps now is a good time to trade. But that's not all. Second question is, do I have an edge? Well, let's check out here. We have a solid edge right now for long entry signals, according to our AI model. Third, are the market conditions right? Let's take a look. The trend is bullish. That's a good sign. The trend is your friend. We've heard that before. Okay, at least we are trading with the trend. And if you look carefully, we just broke above this resistance level here, this grayish line. That could be a nice breakout trade. All right, that seems to be also in our favor. And 4, will I stay within my risk parameters? And if I do so, where will be my stop loss and where will be my target? All these questions will be answered or guided, given guidance to you by this prop IQ indicator. Let me give you a quick other example. On MGC, let's go to gold. Micro gold, MGC. The indicator is loading, and you will notice it takes about 5 seconds or so for the indicator to load. Why? Because the heavy AI model that's running in the background. Look at this one here. We have received several short entry signals here on gold. Within a strong downtrend, you can see this helix here, or the DNA is reddish, and we have a solid edge. Okay. One more example. MCL, let's see. Let's go to crude oil. Symbol which I often trade myself as well. Crude oil, let's see on the 5-minute time frame. Let's check it out. What do we see here? Once again, it's loading. Takes a couple of seconds. And once again, here we are seeing our parameters. And there's one thing I wanted to show you. This, on MCL here on the 5-minute time frame, we have received this short entry signal here at 2 p.m. Eastern. Short signal. This trade is still open, meaning we have not hit our profit target yet, and we didn't get stopped out. That trade is still open. And look here where it says here in this box here on the left-hand side at the bottom. Where was my entry according to the signal? Where's the stop? Where's the target? What's my max risk? In this case, $76. What is my profit potential? $59. And what will be the position size? One contract. You may say, hey, it's just one contract. That doesn't sound very much. Well, this is because I have configured my indicator right now to take a max risk per trade. Remember, once again, prop trading requires this. You want to stay within your risk tolerance of only $150. If I change this to a higher number, the indicator will recalculate my contract size to be a bigger one. So maybe I want to risk $300 per trade. I will put this new number in. The indicator is recalculating. You can see this here. This little wheel is spinning. Takes a second. And once done, you will see a bigger position size here. Now we can take 3 trades per trade and not just one. This is what this indicator is giving you. All right. More to this on this a bit later, but let me go quickly back to my slides one more time because there's some important things coming up. First off, I promised you this indicator is based on true machine learning. It's not using ChatGPT or Claude. That's not possible in TradingView. But it uses a sophisticated AI model, which we have carefully designed to overcome some of the challenges that every optimizing indicator in the market faces. For example, curve fitting. Do you know what curve fitting is? You make the signals work perfectly on historical data by finding just the right parameters, but then they may not work just as well moving forward. This is why our AI model is based on what we call a walk-forward loop. We optimize on a subset of historical data, then try it out on untrained data. And if that still checks out, then this might become a candidate for the signals moving forward. We have already built in a fading memory. Newer price data is more relevant than really old ones. There's some decay involved. It's a permanent experiment, constantly adapting with new data and new bars coming in. Okay, and so forth and so forth. I will not go through every single point here, but it is our most sophisticated indicator as of yet because of this machine learning part. And in our view, an honest way to look at trading and machine learning. It is not optimized purely on historical data. We do the walk forward loop. And if that this one checks out, we show you what the edge only for the walk forward loop was, never for the optimizing part of the machine learning. Okay, so with this, let me move on because now something of high interest for you will come in. Normally, this indicator, if you were to buy it on your own, will cost $1,997 for the lifetime license. And it's the ultimate prop trading tool, our most sophisticated indicator yet. It's a high number. It's a big price tag. But today, as part of our celebration, to celebrate our partnership with TradeFundrr, you can get this indicator for free. As you can see, it is an amazing indicator. So I'm already going to tell you about this link down here. And it's very important that you use this link, because only if this link was used, you can get this indicator for free. And Homer or Niklas, please put this link here into the chat. tradingindicators.com/prop. You must absolutely use this link. If you are signing up for, we get to this in a second, signing up using a different link, you might not be able to qualify to use this indicator. Okay? For free. Okay, so how does it work? So, my next slide. If you are signing up for a TradeFundrr challenge using this link, you can use our Prop IQ indicator for as long as you stay in this challenge. Absolutely for free. It will be given to you as a complimentary indicator with no extra charge. But you need to use this link. You may say, okay, well, all right, sounds like a good deal. Well, it gets even better. Because once again, to celebrate today, we will offer you 40% off any prop trading challenge with TradeFundrr today. And all you need to do, once again, I have to stress this, you need to use this link down here, tradingindicators.com/prop, and then use the coupon code FUND. Typically, unless there's a glitch, but typically this should be pre-populated for you. So you don't have to explicitly enter it into the form. So if you don't see the 40% off, try to enter this code explicitly into the checkout form to get the 40% off. Once this is done, and once you signed up for any of the prop trading challenges offered by TradeFundrr using this link, you will be eligible for a complimentary copy of our Prop IQ indicator. Okay? That's very important. So I think it's a great deal. And it combines two things. You get the chance of trying out TradeFundrr and one of the great concepts involved. Yeah. And you get access to our Prop IQ indicator. Okay, let me go through some of the questions right now. And I'm going to first of all go to the questions which I believe you will have, and I'm going to look at your live questions in the Q&A as well. And Jason, give me a second for this. I'm almost there. Perfect. So Q&A. If you say to yourself, hey, I want this deal, what are the steps? Well, here it is, step by step. Sign up for a TradeFundrr challenge using the link below, tradingindicators.com/prop. Once you do this, you will immediately receive a confirmation email from TradeFundrr with your credentials to log into your portal and to get started. You will then get access to our Prop IQ indicator for trading you within 24 hours. Later on in the future, this will be cut down by a bit more, but right now, expect about 24 hours to get access to Prop IQ. And then, number 4, we're not going to leave you alone with this. We are planning to have multiple live trading and training webinars next week and the weeks afterwards. So please watch out for these upcoming webinars on our end. We're going to teach you how you can use the indicator, what the different settings are, how to set up alerts, and so forth. These are the 4 steps. All right, so some other question. Does it matter which challenge I use from TradeFundrr? No, it does not. It could be any challenge. It could be a futures challenge, could be a stock challenge, an options challenge, whatever it is. Just keep in mind that the indicator currently is only available, the Pro IQ indicator is only available for TradingView. But the coupon code FUND and the 40% discount is available for every challenge that TradeFundrr has to offer. Next question. Can I use the indicator during the earnings stage? As you know, there is an evaluation stage followed by an earnings stage. And the answer to this is absolutely you can use the indicator Prop IQ during the earnings stage as well. In fact, we encourage you to do so. Yeah, because it will help you with your decision making. Next question. Will there be training or trading sessions? Absolutely. So don't worry. You probably have seen all the cool features of the indicator. And you may wonder, hey, how can I tweak them? What are the various settings all about? How can I adjust it to my needs? Well, you will not be left alone with this. We will teach you all of this in our upcoming sessions. Just look out for those. You will be invited, and of course, all these upcoming sessions will also be recorded. So should you miss it, no problem. You can rewatch the recording afterwards. And how long does it take until I receive access to Prop IQ? Typically 24 hours. So we do it as fast as possible, maybe less, but that's give or take your time frame. And finally, can I use the indicator for trading outside of TradeFundrr when I'm not trading a challenge? And the answer is yes, you can. But at the same time, you will still need to be in an active TradeFundrr challenge or in the earning stage. That's the precondition. But as long as you are in an active challenge or in an active earning stage, you can use our Prop IQ indicator for whatever you want to do. There are no restrictions. And lastly, will my access be removed when I breach the challenge? And the answer is yes, it will be removed unless you are starting a new challenge within 24 hours. That's your threshold. I'll give you 24 hours to potentially start a new challenge. If you decide, hey, I'm going to take a pause, then your access for Prop IQ will be removed. So the deal is, in a nutshell, as long as you are an active challenge of TradeFundrr, you can use our Prop IQ indicator completely for free. All right. So once again, here's the link for this. 2 things to take away. You get our Prop IQ indicator. And if you use the link below, tradingindicators.com/prop, and the coupon code FUND, you will get 40% off any challenge. Okay, so now before we get to the winners of the free challenges, let me see if there are some questions that came in the Q&A. And for this,
let me walk you through some of them, Daniel.
Thanks, Niklas. Okay, perfect.
Okay, so all right, we had a question. I think you answered it, but does prop trading imply day trading or swing trading, long-term trading also?
I'll let Jason take this question. Jason.
Yeah, that's a great question, and thank you for that question. Right now, we are day trading only. However, we are going to be, it's on the roadmap to be introducing longer term swing trading for equities. So for now, it is day trading only.
Perfect. Thank you, Jason. And then we have here, Daniel, is prop IQ only for manual trading, or are the signals revealed such that they can be used for automated trading? And this ties into another question saying, is automated trading allowed with TradeFundrr?
Maybe Jason, take this one away first. If automated trading is allowed, I'm gonna talk about how you could possibly automate the signals of our indicator.
Yeah, so yes, we do allow some automated trading. Again, we would like you to be able to pull the trigger. We want you to be able to take this. What we'd prefer to find are traders who can go out and identify what's going on in the market. Like a tool like Prop IQ is a great example of a tool that is helping you kind of read the tea leaves, if you will, and then you're executing, you're using your intellect based on what you know about the markets as well. One of the things that I did when I traded was I had a sense for what was a good setup and what wasn't a good setup based on certain market conditions, et cetera. That we absolutely, you can use those kinds of tools in your trading. We do prefer traders who have that discretionary component, right? We don't want you to just leave it on and take every signal that comes in and out of the equation. But generally speaking, automated tools are allowed in the program.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason. And will Prop IQ work on
Jason,
this? Oh,
just
sorry.
give me, Nicholas, just give me one quick second, because I want to elaborate a little bit more on whether you should automate these signals. And to this, I'm going to say first, it is possible to do so. So they all come in as trading view alerts, and there are ways to, use these alerts and execute trading based on this. Do we encourage this? Personally, no, because the signal is just one part of the puzzle. You get an entry signal, but then all the other parts need to also take place. Are the market conditions the right ones right now? Do we actually have an edge, or do these signals currently have an edge in the market? Can I even afford this trade, or would I risk too much and I will be outside my risk tolerance? So all these are discretionary steps which we believe should be answered also in a discretionary manner. But in theory, yes, you can automate these signals.
Perfect.
ahead.
And will Prop IQ work on the free TradingView subscription? Yes, it'll work on any TradingView subscription. We also had a question about does it work on different time frames? Yeah, it'll work on every single time frame. Yes, Mark, currently it does only work on TradingView. It's only for TradingView right now. We have another one here. Is the fee one time? Um, yeah, I think Daniel or Jason, this is a question. So for futures, can I trade after 6 p.m.? So like, what are the rules? Are you allowed to hold overnight? Is there any time restrictions? And is the fee monthly, or do you just buy a challenge and then you either pass or you don't?
Yeah, there was lots of questions in there, Nicholas. So I'm going to try to unwind them, and if I don't get to them all, just you'll refresh my memory. I am getting a little older. Don't tell anybody. Okay, so yes, you can. We don't hold overnight. You have to be flat by 3:15 p.m. Central Time, 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, but you can then begin and pick up right when the market opens again at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, right? So you can pick right back up again, and then you can trade from then all the way till 3:15 p.m. the next day. What was the other question? Part of that
The other
question?
one was from Bill. He says, it looks like I get 1 month to qualify or pass my challenge. What happens at the end of 1 month, and what is an extend fee? So, like, how do the challenges work? I guess, and
Sure.
extending.
Sure. If you are, and it depends on which program you're in, right? So if you're in the Growth Plus, it's a little bit different than the Express. But essentially, there are extend fees. You pay the one time, the bulk of the fee in that first month, and then we allow you to extend those on a month-to-month basis for, I believe the Express is $29 and the Growth Plus is $19. Don't hold me to those numbers. I'm going from memory, and again, I just admitted that I'm getting a little bit older here, but generally speaking, it's going to be in that ballpark.
Perfect. Thank you, Jason. And I'm just checking if we have any other questions here. Daniel.
And by the way, no time frame on those, right? You can take as long as you would like to take. Whether if you can get it done in 30 days, great. If it takes you 7 months, that's okay too. There just would be that extend fee going along month to month.
Yeah, and Jason, I think you mentioned the extend fee is mainly just to cover the data cost for the real-time feed, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we have a question here from Mark. How do we choose between the two account types? So if you click on the link /prop, tradingindicators.com/prop, and you click sign up now, it's going to lead you to the TradeFundrr website in the checkout, and you're going to see these two different kinds. There should be a screen with 4 cards. You got your Growth Plus.
Let me actually go there right now so you can follow along on my
Take it away, Dan.
screen. Yeah, so it's so I went to the sign up link tradingindicators.com/prop. Then you get to this page here, which is an intermediate page announcing our partnership with TradeFundrr. And then down here you have a big button. Yes, I want to sign up for a challenge now. You will click on this, and then maybe Jason, you can walk us through here. What are the steps or what are the selections that one can take from here on?
Yeah, so let's we'll go with the future since that's where the questions seem to have been. So click that and then go down to the bottom right where it says select asset. Yep, and then you have 4 cards. You have the $50,000 trader growth, then you have the $50,000 express, and then the $200,000 accounts. And you'll notice in the top right where it says fund is the coupon code's already been filled in at the top right.
Here.
Yep. And so right now, for example, let's say that you wanted to go with the $50,000 growth, just select that and then click confirm challenge.
Yeah, and Jason, real quick, what is the difference, just since we're on this page here, what is the difference between the Growth Plus and the Express one? Both are for 50K. Maybe just elaborate what is the difference between the two.
So the Growth Plus is a 2-step audition, if you will, right? So you would have to take the parameters and the rules and prove you can do it. And then once you do that successfully, you go into the money round. We'll call it that for lack of a better term, right? But the money round where you can start to earn payouts in that simulated environment, right? The Express account, you skip that first step and you go straight into the money round in that on that account. So the difference is, and that's why we called it this, right? It's Growth Plus, which is that plus a step, think of it like that, or the Express, which is you're in that fast lane and you go right to the money round, if you will. for lack of a better term.
And of course, to be able to skip the evaluation phase, there will be a bit of a higher fee for the express round, of course. It needs to,
correct. Yep.
come to this. And by the way, guys, for the price, the draw basically that we had before, it was for this challenge here, the Futures Retail Trader Growth Plus for the $100,000 account. So anyways, let me click on this one here, the 50K. And let's see what it is. I'm going to click here, confirm challenge. And what do we see here?
Yeah. So so what you see here is it gives you some of the qualifying rules, right? So you have the drawdown. So again, you were starting up at the top, right? And then we'll do, or the top left. So select your platform. In this case, we would select TradingView. Or TradingView, Trade-Evade. Yep, either one, because you can get to, I believe you can get to both of them in that way. And then you would go into, so you've selected your trading platform, and then you have some of the qualifying rules, right? So on the qualifying, your daily drawdown is $1,000, your maximum drawdown is $3,000, and your profit target is, your maximum drawdown is $2,000, and your profit target is $3,000, right? And so in this first stage, there is a fee here, right? So if you scroll, let's see here, where is the, let's go here. Let's see. So yeah, you would confirm the platform, and then on the next screen, you're going to actually see what the price is, right? So go, and then we'll come back, right? So you'll see the 40% discount's been applied there at the 330 down to 198. That's your 40% discount, and you'll see that that's been applied. So your total today would be that. You would select those boxes. Now, if you want to go back one screen, then you'll be able to see what the rules of the qualification are, right? So you have a daily drawdown of $1,000, a maximum drawdown of $2,000, profit target of $3,000, and again, and so that's in the qualifying stage. In the pre-prop, or what we call pre-prop, which is what would be the express idea, then you have the same parameters you have to adhere to. The only difference is that for $79, you can reset step one. You cannot reset step two, right? Step two. So meaning that if you're in the money round, right, you're not able to reset that and go right back into the money round again. So once you're there, it's another hurdle that we are doing to measure your ability to maintain your rules, your discipline. Remember how I'd said before that you have one step in that simulated environment, and then you have one foot in that where I can get paid doing this environment. And so it's just another little bit of pressure so that we can make sure that you know how to handle your risk, and you're disciplined and you're consistent, right? So it's just turning up the heat a little bit to say, hey, you're here, and we're going to give you real capital someday. So we're going to see how you perform when the pressure goes up just a little bit more, right? So that's the methodology and the rationale behind that step, being able to reset in step one and not being able to reset in step two. All right, so you confirm your platform, which you've done, and then you'd go to the next screen, and that's where you'd complete the step.
And Jason, real quick, because since the questions that came in, I think they fit in nicely here. So somebody was wondering, if I sign up for an Ninja Trader Challenge, you can see it here, will I still get the prop IQ indicator for TradingView? Yes, you will. Absolutely. So you just can't use it right now for Ninja Trader. We're planning on converting it eventually also to NT8. But yeah, you could use it on TradingView in that case. Absolutely.
Which, by the way, being somebody that ran a futures education room for over 10 years, that is a super slick indicator that you guys have put together for this. So I know that those those kind of tools are very successful and very useful, and particularly in prop challenges like this.
Yeah, perfect. A question that came in from KM. He wants to know, is the profit target a target for the day or for the overall evaluation phase?
It's for the overall evaluation phase.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we have a question for the payout. When do the payouts start? Do they start from day one, or are there any additional rules?
There was actually, it was a question from Navi saying, "Hey, is the payout time different on the express types of challenges?" Right?
Oh, okay, that maybe just address.
Yeah, so it is. It's so when you start on day one in that express challenge, then the clock starts immediately on your payout, right? Your ability to earn a payout. So the express, again, think of it like the highway, right? You're in the express lane. You're immediately going faster and getting to where you want to get to more quickly, right? And so you would absolutely, the clock starts the day one. You have the ability, everything that you do goes towards generating that payout. In the Growth Plus, it is you have to complete a cycle through the process, hit that profit target, and then you go into the express phase, right? So again, the express puts you right directly into that ability to start earning a payout, where the growth plus you have to go through a qualifying step first and then into that express.
Perfect. Yeah. Do I need to have a certain number of profitable days in the earning stage, or it doesn't matter? What's the
No,
take on that?
yeah, the on the Express account, and again, I'm going to go from memory here on some of these rules, but the as you look at the Express account, we have a consistency rule, right? Which means you can't earn more than 40% of your total profit in a single trading day. So essentially, look at it like this. You can be payout eligible in as little as 3 days
Got it. Perfect.
in the Express account. So on the growth account, you could pass in 1 day, I believe, and then on the Express account, it would take you 3 days. So in theory, you could be payout eligible on the Express account in as few as 3 days.
Perfect. Bill is wondering if you select Trading View here. He said he would still need to get Trader Weight as for the demo account. How would he get that if he selects Trading View? And
So again, that's a technical question. And so what I'm going to do, did you say that was Bill that was asking the
yeah.
question?
Mhm.
Okay, Bill, my email address is jason.love
We
at,
put this into the chat too. Yeah.
yeah, it's jason.love@tradefundrr.com, and I will see if I can get the chat window pulled up. Somebody could put that in there for me, right?
Yeah.
So it's jason.love@tradefundrr.com. Bill, send me an email, and I'll make sure one of our team gets you the answer to that question tomorrow morning.
Perfect. I'm just going to put it in right now. jason.love@tradefundrr.com. Perfect. But Bill, just to let you know, please make sure you go through this tradingindicators.com/prop link to sign up for the challenge to be eligible for the prop IQ indicator and the 40% discount. That's key. Okay, perfect. Nick, does any other questions? Let me
Just checking
see.
through to make sure if we didn't see anything. Oh, so what are some of the options how do we withdraw payouts? How does that work?
Sure. So we use a third-party payment processor called Rise, and the reason that we go through Rise is a couple of reasons. One is they do our KYC, right? So our Know Your Customer regulations, and they also handle the tax documents and things of that nature. And simply put, you go to Rise, they verify your identity through their process. You input your banking coordinates and your details, or you tell them, hey, I want to be paid in crypto, or I want to be paid this way or that way. Input your banking details, and then we release funds directly to that bank. Generally speaking, on Fridays is when we do the payouts. We release the payment, and within 3 to 4 hours after the time we release it, it ends up in your account on Rise, and then you distribute it how you choose to distribute it from there.
On the same token, Jason, do you have any restriction as to who can sign up for a TradeFundrr Challenge? You need to be from a certain country, or what other general restrictions there?
Sure. So we follow the OFAC list, which is the sanctions list, essentially put out by the U.S. government. And if a country is on the OFAC list, then we can't provide service. Otherwise, we are okay to provide an account for you.
Perfect. Yeah. When will the coupon code end for the 40% off? It will last until Wednesday, I believe. And by the way, it is possible that you can sign up for multiple challenges with this coupon code. So you can see it here. I think the max number of challenges that you can be in at the same time, I believe it's 5, or there's some limit to this, but you
Yes.
can be in multiple challenges at the same time.
Yeah, correct.
Great. And there's a question from Arthur. Jason, were you able to decipher the question? I'm not really sure. I could read through it quickly.
Let's see.
It's what's the difference between TradeFundrr and Take Profit Trader. I pay $100 for a 50K account with no activation fee, a $3,000 drawdown, $3,000 profit target. So kind of just wondering, I guess, what's the difference between you guys and the other prop trading firms?
Sure. Yeah, I'll answer that generally and without going into specific individual firms. So if you're kind of have your ear to the ground on these particular firms over the course of the last year and a half, there has been the industry is plagued with some bad actors. I know, go figure, right? That there's people out there that want to do things that aren't that are maybe not above board all the time, right? But what you run into sometimes is you run into rug pulls, right? Think people, they're here today, they're gone tomorrow, or the rules change right as you get to the payout finish line, then the rules change and you're not eligible anymore and things of that nature, right? And so what we feel like, and by the way, the other, and this is meaningful as well, is that there is not a path to go ultimately to where you want to get to. So for example, if you sign up for a $50,000 account and they take you live in their simulated account, the max buying power you'll ever have is $50,000. Whereas for us, we have a number of different things. We have a professional path to a trading desk. Again, our headquarters is located in the financial district in Manhattan, in New York City. And so we have a regulatory line that we have to hold because we have a real trading desk that we have to live up to. So again, that provides some stability and credibility to our organization, and you can have trust that that we are going to be there doing the things that we said we're going to do because we are under this, we have this team on board that is regulated, this regulated entity. And again, with our compliance department and things of that nature, it provides again some stability and some credibility. A. B, if you prove you can trade, and this is the most important thing probably to you guys that want to do this full time for a living, if you prove you can trade, we will move you to a live trading desk. In that live trading desk, if you prove that you can continue to be successful, the earning potential is really genuinely unlimited. You can trade an account size up to $1 million. And again, it's not capped at $1 million. I don't like to say you could go higher than that because people start to go, okay, well, those are funny numbers, right? But at the end of the day, the earning potential is unlimited. The account size can be unlimited as well, as long as you prove you can do it consistently. And so we feel that avenue particularly and specifically, those two things differentiate us from everybody else in the marketplace.
Great. And before we get to some other questions, a real quick reminder that we're probably going to end this webinar in about, give us, say, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And if you have not signed up yet for, one second, I'm going to go back here, for our draw to win a challenge, please do so now. It's going to be closed out in just a bit at tradingindicators.com/win. This link is also in the chat. So you have maybe 5 to 10 minutes time to do so. And then we're going to close down this draw and the winners will be notified. Okay. So let me go through some other questions. And Nicholas, maybe do this real quick. I'm just going to navigate back here to my slides.
Yeah, so we have a question here from KM. When will stock and option challenges be available on TradeFundrr?
So we have both stocks and options available right now. So again, going back to that, there were 4 blocks there in that initial screen. If you if you click on, so you're on the page now, the tradingindicators.com/prop. If you click sign up now, you're taken to a page where you can select either options or stocks valuations there already.
Thank you, Jason.
There's one more question, Nicholas, real quick. I saw it. So right now, holding overnight, meaning after the cash close, and then keeping the position open, then until the next, when it opens for futures, maybe at 6 p.m. or for the stock market at 9:30. That's not possible as of right now, but perhaps something in the future, at least for the stock sport.
Yeah, so this is a relatively new kind of this holding stocks and there's some technical challenges that I won't necessarily bore you with, but what we're really working on right now is the bid-ask spread and some of the thinly traded stocks overnight can be really massively, it could be big, right? So that spread can be big. And what we don't want to do is unfairly knock traders out of a challenge because they're in a position and the bid-ask spread would put their risk tolerance way out of whack, right? So there's some technical challenges in that regard that we're trying to get sorted through before we roll that out full time.
Perfect. And one last question, Daniel. I'm not sure if you can review this basic question or not, but from Arthur says, if someone gets to where you take them on as a trader, do you then provide trading? So I guess a training. So I guess once you become a successful funded trader, is there any sort of trading? That's training. That's what
Yeah,
I'm understanding, Daniel.
yeah, for sure. So and I can answer that, Daniel. So there's a couple of things. This is kind of a double-edged sword, right? And so you got to the challenge, you got through, you proved you're consistent, you made it to the big lines, big leagues rather, and you've had some success. I would personally, if I were your coach, I would caution you to want to tweak or change something that is being successful. Okay, so we'll put that off to the side. But the desk does have psychological training, psychology training, and things of that nature that I think are beneficial, right? Because we all my son played a little bit of college baseball. Sometimes you get in a slump, right? Sometimes you're not seeing the pitches the way you would want to see them. Sometimes things just aren't going the way you want, despite the fact that you are doing everything the right way and your mechanics feel like that they're in order. It is good to have a professional somebody seeing you do something and then providing you with coaching. So that is a long-winded way to answer to say yes, but be careful with that.
Perfect. Thank you, Jason. And we don't have any more questions, Daniel.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds great. Thanks, Nicholas, for summarizing these questions. And then from my part, one more time, the reminder that if you want to sign up for, or if you want to get the Prop IQ indicator as a complimentary bonus, simply sign up for any of the TradeFundrr challenges with this link down here, tradingindicators.com/prop. The coupon code FUND, it should be pre-populated. If it is not, will give you 40% off the challenge, which is already a great deal. And on top of this, you will get Prop IQ as a complimentary indicator. Okay, so with this, I'm gonna now close down the draw. So I'm counting to 10. I'm going to close it down then. And what will happen next, as soon as I click the button here to close down the draw, we will send an email. In fact, that's all automated. An email to 3 lucky winners. It will come from TradeFundrr. So look out for this. Make sure you check your spam folder just in case. The email will come to your inbox and announce to you that you now have access to the 100K Growth Futures Challenge of TradeFundrr, a 500, around $50 value. So I'm going to click now this button, close, and 1 second. What's going on here? After my Zoom tools are on the way, I'm going to confirm it's closed out. And please check your inbox now. Maybe give it a minute or two, and 3 lucky winners will receive this email now in their inbox. All right, so congratulations to all these 3 winners. With this, guys, I'm going to say a big thank you to Jason. Jason, amazing. Thank you for being patient with us tonight and for answering all the questions, I think, in a really great and transparent manner. So
Well,
thanks, Jason, for this.
I
Yeah,
appreciate you. I appreciate being here, and thanks to your group of folks. I know that they're in good hands with you guys, and I appreciate the time as well.
great. Thanks, Jason. We'll stay in touch. And for all of you out there, I wish you a great evening or a great morning if you're hailing from Melbourne or Brisbane. And hopefully see you soon at one of our upcoming webinars, especially the live trading webinars, which will start next week, where we are trading TradeFundrr Challenges live in front of you guys using the Prop IQ indicator. And of course, along the way, explaining you every single detail of this indicator. with this, guys. Have a great evening. It's been fun, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.